Hello and welcome. I'm Dr. Oliver Scott, an Australian doctor, and I wish you all the best in health. Before we start, if you find this information helpful, please hit that subscribe button for the Healthy Life at 60 channel right now. Don't forget to turn on the notification bell. It's free, it keeps you ahead in your health journey, and it helps me continue creating valuable content for you. The secret to stable blood sugar. What if I told you that in less than 2 weeks you could feel a real difference in your body? Imagine seeing your glucose levels drop by up to 30 points, all without even considering a new medication. It sounds incredible, right? But it isn't. Picture this: you sit down for breakfast, enjoy your lunch, and relax at dinner, and your blood sugar remains calm and stable. It's as if you've applied a powerful, reliable handbrake. No more exhausting roller coaster of peaks and dips. This isn't magic or an empty promise. It's about 3 wonderful proteins you probably already have in your kitchen. Recent, robust scientific studies have confirmed they are the true traffic police for your glucose. They are the silent heroes your body needs to keep everything in check. Stay with me until the end of this video. I'm not just going to reveal these 3 proteins. I'll show you the exact way to cook and combine them so they don't lose any of their power. You'll learn simple tricks to ensure they are always in your diet. Most importantly, you'll know how your body can use them to fight diabetes effectively and quickly. This is more than information, it's a practical roadmap to reclaim control of your health. Are you ready to turn your life around? Let's begin. The problem no one tells you about. Many people think diabetes is just high blood sugar, but that's only the tip of the iceberg. Diabetes is actually a silent deterioration, a constant erosion that starts long before you feel the most obvious symptoms. This process begins almost imperceptibly. Perhaps it starts with that refined, carbohydrate-filled breakfast you thought was harmless, or that quick snack that promised energy but left you more tired. Think about the small details that become big problems over time. You climb a couple of stairs and suddenly feel breathless, a bit choked up. You get up 2, 3, or even 4 times a night to use the bathroom, interrupting the restorative sleep you desperately need. That persistent dry mouth won't go away, making you feel like you've walked through a desert. Or worse, that chronic fatigue that follows you all day, the lack of energy to do the things you used to enjoy, that tiredness no nap can cure. These aren't just the aches and pains of old age, they are the alarm signals your body is sending. They are silent screams that something is wrong with your sugar metabolism. And here's the most frustrating part: how many times have you visited the doctor worried about these symptoms? The simple answer was, take care of yourself, you need to eat better. Yes, sure, take care of yourself, but how? What does that mean in practice? No one explains the how, the what, or the when. So you go home with the best intentions and prepare a good steak with chips. After all, meat doesn't have sugar, right? 2 hours later, that darn glucometer, your inseparable companion, reads 220 or even higher. A huge spike, a slap of reality that leaves you wondering, what did I do wrong? I only ate meat and potatoes. Where's the problem? Here is the key, the secret almost no one shares, and it's fundamental to understand. The problem isn't just the sugar you see, table sugar, sweets. The real challenge lies in the sugar that forms, almost magically, when proteins are not present on your plate to slow down the carbohydrate train. Think of it this way: carbohydrates are like a high-speed train carrying glucose directly into your bloodstream. If nothing stops or slows it down, that glucose spikes, causing those dangerous peaks and the silent deterioration we talked about. And that is where today's stars come in. That's why I bring you the solution, the 3 proteins that truly work. They are proven and tested, not only in over 40 serious, rigorous scientific studies published in the most prestigious journals, but also in the real lives of my own patients. Patients ranging from 65 to 95 years old now sleep through the night without those sugar spikes that used to wake them up. They have more energy and see good news on their glucometer every day. These proteins are your shield, your handbrake, your safety net against diabetes. Best of all, they are affordable, delicious, and easy to incorporate. Protein number 1: legumes, beans, lentils, chickpeas. Let's start with the true star for your wallet and your health: legumes. We're talking about lentils, chickpeas, black beans, cannellini beans, that wonderful family that is incredibly economical. A plate of cooked lentils costs less than a packet of sweetener that offers no nutritional value. It's a true nutritional gold mine. Did you know that 1 cup of cooked lentils provides an impressive 18 grams of protein? That's a huge amount. But the real power of legumes, what makes them a secret weapon against high sugar, is not just their protein. The magical key lies in their very high content of soluble fiber. When this fiber reaches your intestine, it transforms. How? It forms a kind of viscous gel, a net that traps the sugars coming from carbohydrates like a superabsorbent sponge. What does this mean for your glucose? It means the absorption of those sugars into your bloodstream is drastically slowed down. There are no sudden peaks. Glucose is released gradually and constantly. This gives your pancreas time to work calmly and your body the opportunity to use that energy without getting overloaded. The studies don't lie. Recent research published in 2023 in the prestigious journal Nutrients showed that with just half a cup of legumes daily, postprandial glucose, blood sugar after eating, can drop by an impressive 21%. Can you imagine what that means? It's a brutal reduction from such a small and accessible change. Now I know what many of you are thinking. Yes, legumes are great, but what about the gas? Ah, the famous gas dilemma. Don't worry, there's a solution, and it's simpler than you think. The ancient trick that modern science also validates is to soak them, but not just any way. Soak them overnight with a teaspoon of baking soda. The baking soda helps break down those complex compounds that cause gas. Afterward, drain them well, rinse them, and cook them. To boost the effect and the flavor, cook them with spices like cumin, known for its carminative properties. It helps reduce gas, and a piece of kombu Japanese kelp. Yes, kombu seaweed. It doesn't change the flavor, but it releases enzymes that make legumes much more digestible. There you go, soft, creamy, delicious, and your tummy will thank you. The golden rule, the perfect pairing. Here's a game-changing golden rule. Combine half a plate of lentils with a hard-boiled egg. Why? Because the animal protein from the egg is a complete protein with all the essential amino acids. By combining it with the vegetable protein from the lentils, which is slightly less complete, you achieve a perfect synergy. You not only elevate the nutritional quality of your meal, but you also double the satiety. You feel full for longer, preventing those treacherous cravings that make you snack between meals and spike your sugar. Are you bored with the same old lentil flavor? No problem. The versatility of legumes is endless. How about a homemade chickpea hummus? It's super easy to make. Cooked chickpeas, a good squeeze of fresh lemon, a generous touch of sweet paprika or spicy if you dare, tahini if you have it, and a little water until you get the desired consistency. Use it as a dip with carrots, cucumbers, celery, or even as a spread on whole grain toast. I guarantee you'll eat fewer biscuits, and your sugar won't jump. Or how about some curried lentils with vegetables, or black beans with a bit of brown rice and avocado? The possibilities are infinite, and each one is a step closer to controlling your glucose. I encourage you to explore the world of legumes. Protein number 2, fatty fish. Now let's talk about the second protein, a true gem of the sea. It's not just a balm for your heart, but also a silent warrior against insulin resistance and sugar spikes. Fatty fish. I'm talking about salmon, mackerel, sardines, and fresh tuna, those oily fish that we sometimes neglect to include but are a nutritional treasure. We all know oily fish is excellent for cardiovascular health, right? Their famous omega-3 fatty acids are like a protective shield for your heart. But what you might not know is that these same omega-3s, especially EPA and DHA, play a crucial and direct role in managing your glucose. An impressive Danish study that followed over 2,000 older adults for 6 years yielded mind-blowing results. Those who ate oily fish at least twice a week were 37% less likely to progress from being pre-diabetic to having declared diabetes. That's nearly a 40% reduction in risk just by including this nutrient-rich food. And how do they do it? It's fascinating. The EPA and DHA fatty acids are like little secret agents that infiltrate the membrane of your cells. Once there, they do something magical. They open the doors of your cells so that glucose, the sugar circulating in your blood, can enter more easily and be used as energy. This means your body doesn't need to produce as much insulin to achieve the same effect. In other words, it improves your insulin sensitivity. Your body becomes more efficient, less insulin resistant, and that's music to the ears of anyone struggling with diabetes. Additionally, omega-3s are powerful anti-inflammatories, and chronic inflammation is a key factor in the development and worsening of insulin resistance. Practical tips to include fish. Now I know many will tell me, Dr. Scott, fish is expensive, or I don't like the strong flavor. There are no excuses. Here are some practical tips that will change your perspective. First, you don't have to buy the most exotic salmon. Canned sardines, mackerel, or tuna in water are super affordable options packed with omega-3s. If you buy fresh or frozen fillets, which are often cheaper, my advice is to buy them in individual portions of about 120 g each. This way, you only defrost what you'll use, avoiding waste. How to cook them so they maintain their power and taste delicious. Simple: grilled, baked, or steamed. Avoid deep frying, breading, and heavy coatings at all costs, as they add empty calories and unhealthy fats. With a drizzle of extra virgin olive oil, some minced garlic, and fresh parsley, you have a spectacular meal. If the flavor of oily fish seems too strong, especially with sardines or mackerel, I have a grandmother's trick that works wonders. Soak them in skimmed milk for about 10 minutes before cooking. The milk neutralizes that intense, fishy flavor, leaving them mild and delicious. Try it, and you'll see the difference. And don't forget canned tuna in water. It's a fantastic option for those days when time is short. Mix it with finely chopped red onion, a good squeeze of lemon juice, some fresh coriander, and perhaps some cucumber cubes. You have an emergency lunch that won't raise your sugar curve and provides quality protein. You can serve it over lettuce leaves or with some whole grain crackers. Fatty fish is your affordable and powerful ally to keep your glucose in check and your heart happy. Protein number 3, chicken breast. We arrive at our third star protein, the one that never fails, the champion of versatility and a favorite of many, chicken breast. But not just any chicken. We're talking about skinless chicken breast, preferably roasted, grilled, or baked. Why this specific choice? Because it's an unsurpassed source of lean protein. For every 100 g of chicken breast, we're talking about an impressive 27 g of pure protein with barely 3 g of fat. It's a nutritional powerhouse with very few calories, ideal for maintaining muscle mass. This is crucial for a healthy metabolism, especially as we age. The great power of chicken breast in the fight against diabetes lies in its slowness, or rather, its lack of speed. It digests slowly. What does this mean for your sugar? It means the amino acids, the building blocks of protein, are released gradually into your system. This helps your liver form glycogen, an energy reserve, without overloading your pancreas with excessive insulin demand. The result? It keeps your blood sugar stable for hours. There are no sudden peaks after eating, which gives you a prolonged feeling of satiety and helps you avoid those impulsive cravings that lead to unhealthy food choices. The turmeric and pepper trick. I have a trick I share with my patients that they love because it transforms a simple chicken breast into an explosion of flavor and health benefits. Cut the chicken breast into cubes, as you would for a stir-fry. Now comes the magic of the marinade. Mix the cubes with a good teaspoon of turmeric root powder, C letter 1E7 and GH letter 1EC7, a generous dash of freshly ground black pepper, and a drizzle of apple cider vinegar. Let it marinate for at least an hour, or even overnight in the fridge. Then sear it in a non-stick pan with minimal oil until it's golden and cooked through. Why this combination? Turmeric is a superfood known for its anti-inflammatory properties and its ability to increase insulin sensitivity. In other words, it helps your cells respond better to insulin. And black pepper isn't just for flavor. Piperine, a compound in black pepper, multiplies the absorption of curcumin, the active ingredient in turmeric, by up to 2,000%. It's a perfect synergy that boosts the benefits. Apple cider vinegar, for its part, has also been shown to help regulate blood sugar. The plate composition formula. Now let's talk about your plate composition. This is vital. In every main meal, reserve a quarter of your plate for the chicken. Another quarter for legumes, yes, the ones we talked about earlier. The remaining half, the full half, for green vegetables. Think broccoli, spinach, kale, green beans, or a varied leaf salad. This magical proportion not only ensures an adequate intake of protein and fiber, but also lowers the total glycemic index of your lunch or dinner to less than 40. This means your meal will release sugar so slowly and controlled that your glucose won't have a chance to spike. It's a winning formula that keeps you satiated, nourished, and with your sugar under control. And a final piece of advice that is often forgotten but incredibly powerful: don't throw away the chicken bones. Boil them with carrots, celery, onion, and some herbs to make a homemade broth rich in collagen. This broth is pure gold for your intestinal health. A healthy gut with balanced flora has a direct and positive ripple effect on your glucose regulation. It's a virtuous cycle. You eat well, your gut works better, your sugar is regulated, and you feel more energetic and vital. Chicken is much more than just meat. Your next steps, the power is in your hands. Congratulations. You made it this far, and that means you are truly committed to your health. Now that you know these three wonderful proteins, humble but powerful legumes, nutritious omega-3 filled fatty fish, and versatile lean chicken breast, and know how to prepare them to be your allies against diabetes, the big question is, which one will you try first? I want to hear from you. Tell me in the comments below. Are you team lentil, team salmon, or team chicken? Or perhaps you'll dare to combine them. Your experience, your story can be the spark that inspires someone else who is still hesitant, who thinks it's impossible, or who feels alone in this fight. Together, we form a supportive community of people taking charge of their health. So don't keep your opinion to yourself. Share it. And if you want to go one step further, if you would like the complete recipe book with exact cooking times, precise measurements for each of these preparations, and many more ideas to incorporate these proteins deliciously and effectively into your daily life, I have something special for you. Just leave the word PRO below in the comments, and I will email it to you at no cost. Yes, completely free, because my mission is for you to have all the tools to succeed on your path to a healthier life without the ravages of diabetes. It's my gift to you for your commitment. Beyond the plate. Listen closely and let this sink in. Diabetes is, under no circumstances, a sentence. It is not a punishment. It is not the end of the road. It is, in fact, an alarm signal, a powerful and clear signal your body has been giving you to say, hey, I need you to listen. I need you to pay attention. I need a change. And the good news is that you have the power to respond to that signal. With these three proteins we've discovered together, you already have a solid foundation to start transforming your health. But let's not stop at the plate. I want you to incorporate a couple of other simple habits that will boost the effects even more. A 10-minute walk after every meal. You don't have to run a marathon, just get up, move, and activate your muscles. This small walk helps your muscles to use the glucose you've just ingested, preventing it from lingering in your blood and reducing spikes. It's a minimal gesture with a gigantic impact. 2 glasses of water before bed. Hydration is fundamental for all your body's functions, including sugar metabolism and kidney function. A well-hydrated body functions better, processes nutrients better, and eliminates toxins better. If you combine these 3 proteins with a short walk after eating and good hydration, I guarantee you will see your glucometer start to smile. You'll see lower, more stable numbers, and most importantly, you'll feel the difference in your energy, your sleep, and your overall well-being. Don't wait for Monday, don't wait for next month. Start by changing tomorrow's lunch. How about some lentils with chicken and a good green leafy salad? Check your sugar before eating and 2 hours later. Look at that difference. If you dropped at least 15 points, you know you are on the right track. That is the irrefutable proof that these changes work. Share this video with someone who still thinks controlling diabetes is an impossible task, a lost battle, with that person who feels discouraged and hopeless. Together, we will prove that you can live sweetly, with fullness, without carrying sweets in your bag or living in fear of every meal. You can enjoy life and food with intelligence and knowledge. Until next time, and always remember this, your health is not something outside your control. Your health is on your plate, and your plate, my friend, is firmly in your hands. You have the power to change your story.